I got my Stranger Things shirt on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like I'm always showing you guys a new shirt in like every intro I do. Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, I'm Nicol Concilio and welcome to the video. Woohoo! Guys, I messed up my nails, okay? So don't mind that. I know it's probably hard to tell, but don't mind it. I know I need to get them fixed. So today's video is gonna be a really chatty life update. Get ready with me. Gonna be talking about everything that's been going on in my life. I know that this is one of the most requested videos probably on my channel that I've ever gotten. And, you know, some things are definitely going to be hard for me to talk about. So I'm kind of trying to mentally prepare myself here. I'm usually very light and bubbly on my channel, so this will definitely be a different side of me that you guys may not be used to. So no, I'm not depressed in advance. I'm actually the happiest I've been in a very long time. And that's really all you guys need to know, but I will get into the nitty-gritty of things. I also want to try out some new products in this video. I don't really want it to be a first impressions video though. I kind of just want to keep it more on the chatty, get ready with me kind of life update vibes. So yeah, let's just dive right on into it. Oh my God, I'm freaking nervous and excited and nervous and excited and nervous and excited. Let's wipe off my makeup. I'm using the Bye Bye makeup wipe removers. This isn't a sponsored video, by the way. I'm just like trying out some new stuff. I do like these makeup wipes. I feel like they take off my mascara and my eyelash glue really well, which lately, oh my God, I'm also gonna tell you guys an eyelash glue that I used recently that like literally glued my eyes together shut when I was sleeping because I couldn't get all of the glue off. I was a little bit shook and scared. I thought I had freaking pink eye. You know when you have like pink eye? I mean, I haven't had it in years, knock on wood. Momo, that was just me. That was me, honey. That was me. That was me. He was like, whoa, who's there? It just felt like that. It felt like my eyes were glued shut. It was really sketchy. Also, I'm finally getting over my allergies, thank God, because I'm really over being sick or whatever the hell this is. I feel like the past like 6 videos of mine, I have been like, hey guys, I'm sick. Hey guys, I'm sick. Don't mind my voice. Don't mind my voice. All right, so first I am going to be starting off with my Browtones conditioning primer. I actually have been receiving a lot of DMs lately and just like Twitter messages about like what was the product I used to help my eyebrows grow, and this is the product. You guys can see, like, I'm looking in the monitor right now. The amount of growth I've had due to this product is actually insane. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, I know people like to sit here and say that I freaking lie about stuff, and that's definitely really frustrating, and I'm gonna get to that as well. But, you know, the proof is in the pudding here. This growth with my eyebrows is literally insane, and I focus it more on the areas that I want my brow hairs to grow, or my brow hairs are a little bit sparse. So it's definitely more towards the tail of my brow and the arch of my brow, so I kind of do that. And then rub whatever is left on the product through the rest of my brows. Because why not, you know? So while we're letting that dry, I'm actually going to switch things up a little bit and use the Tatcha Silk Cream. This is definitely a thicker consistency compared to the water cream. I don't know if you guys can actually tell, but even the way it sits in the jar, it is like a thicker consistency. My skin has been very dry from all of the traveling and like Coachella and all that crap. So not that Coachella's crap, but you know what I'm saying. Like a lot of traveling and a lot of going non-stop for me. So I have been using this because I feel like my skin has really been suffering from all of the climate changes I've been going through. And then just rub it on in. This is such a nice, rich moisturizer. I almost would say like this is really good for nighttime as well, but since my skin is really messed up lately and I really want to take care of her, I'm using it more as a daytime moisturizer. It's also good for your hands too. I like to rub whatever's left on my hands. As I'm waiting for this moisturizer to really dry and seep into the skin, I went on my Twitter and I did talk to you guys and ask you guys about like what kind of questions or what would you like me to address or talk about in a life update. So I am gonna go through and oof, girl, there are like 150 questions. So a lot of you guys, I don't know, I just want to say thank you first and foremost because I feel as if a lot of you guys weren't even just like concerned about the main things, the main elephant in the room, but a lot of you guys were just concerned about me in general and asking like how I am. Don't mind these goddamn motorcycles behind me. My God. But a lot of you guys are just like, just in general with life, like, how are you doing mentally and physically? I think that that is so just sweet and so nice of you guys in general to just like ask that and like wonder that about me. And I just am very, very grateful, and not to sound like super hella corny here, but like you almost had me in tears with the amount of you that are just genuinely like wondering how I am and like not necessarily addressing or talking about the elephant in the room and what's been going on and stuff. And I just really appreciate that, and I really appreciate how respectful you guys are and just how supportive you guys are. So first things first, I just wanted to address that and just say thank you guys for just being so supportive no matter what I do in my life and no matter what I endure and encounter. You guys are just always there and always supportive with no questions asked, and I'm just so grateful for that, like genuinely. So thank you. I'm going to be taking my Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit and fluffing my brow hairs up. This is in shade number 2, and I'm just going to sculpt my brows out. I usually like to do my brows first. I feel like once I have my brows done, I kind of have a little staple going on in my life, in my makeup routine. I also am going in with the Benefit 3D Browtones. This is also in shade number 2. I like this because it adds a lot of dimension to my brows, and I can also kind of shape the hairs in a specific way that I want. So hell yeah. I low-key live for a good messy brow lately. A lot of people are asking about Mo, and my doggy Mo is so good. He's so good. Oh, I love him. He's sleeping in his little tent. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you probably should, because I post little updates about him all the time. He also has an Instagram. If you want to go follow him, I'll put it up on the screen. You guys can check it out. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to move fast through my brows because really not much has changed. I feel like I'm a broken record with my brows all the time. But again, just kind of fluffing the 3D brow tones through my brows. So I'm going to take some of my Smashbox primer water. My God! This is Serene Greens, and I'm just going to spritz it on my face. I really like to use this to wake up the skin and prep it for foundation or any type of thing you want. You can use it to lock in some of the moisture, so I'm just gonna do that, and it's available right now. Another thing I did want to address regarding my Smashbox collaboration, because I'm just so sick and tired of people questioning this. So I know that 99% of you guys like don't question it, but there are few people that do. So there has been a lot of speculation and a lot of bull crap around why my name is not on the actual bottle and why it's only on the cartons. Let me pull out a carton for you guys to see. So this is the carton with my name on it. I also have my face on it. I have my signature on it for you guys. So a lot of speculation has been going around, and quite frankly, like, I'm a little bit annoyed at the speculation because there are people saying that I kind of just like slapped my name on the collab, or that like Smashbox was using me or something like that, and that couldn't be more false, you guys. And if you did watch my video on my Smashbox collaboration, I had like tons and tons of footage where I was sitting down and creating the product, coming up with ideas, picking out the packaging, picking out the colors, coming up with the scents, like naming everything. And it just is kind of like a low blow and like a kick in my ass when people want to come for me and say like, just because my name isn't on the actual bottle, that it's not mine. And that is such BS, because I literally came up with this idea. I sat down with Smashbox like 2 Christmases ago, and we talked about literally ways that we could collaborate, and I was such a huge fan of the primer waters and just their primers in general, and I wanted to create scented primers. Like, I literally came up with the whole thing. Now, I personally didn't think that my name being on the bottle was such a big deal, so I just want to be fully and 110% clear that it is not a big deal that my name is not on this bottle. And I wanted there to be like these palm tree and this palm tree design, and there wasn't really a lot of room for my name on the bottle. Plus, if we wanted to put my name on the bottle, it would delay the product even longer, and I wanted it to come out for you guys for the spring months. Like, I wanted it to be a spring summer vibe, and if we would have waited and put my name on the bottle, it would have been much longer to release. And to me, it wasn't a big deal because, like I said, I had my face on the carton, I had my name on it. Like, I was a very big part of this collaboration. I created the entire thing. So that's the tea on that. There's no tea there. There's literally nothing. This is just people filling your brains with stuff that is totally inaccurate. So yeah, that is that. So let's get on to some makeup here, shall we? I really want to use the new makeup Shayla collaboration with ColourPop as eyeshadow. This is called the Perception palette. So I really want to play around with this. We have some really pretty colors in here, some pop of colors, some neutrals. So I'm excited to fool around with that. So let's prime the lids. I'm going in with my Kylie Cosmetics concealer in the shade Pinenut, and we're just gonna lay down a little bit of a base here. And just taking a beauty blender and blending this bish in. So I wonder what you guys are like, what is she getting ready for? I'm literally getting ready to make tacos and like have some people over. But your girl is getting ready to make tacos. Then I'm gonna use some Laura Mercier to set this. I know that this is a very controversial thing. Like some people are like, oh my God, don't set your like primer on your eyes or your base on your eyes. And honestly, guys, if I don't do it, like it's very hard for me to blend. So like more power to you if you can do this without having to set it. Like my hat is off to you. What kind of look should I do? I kind of have this like vision in my head that I want to go for. So let's try it out. God, if you guys could see my beauty desk right now, it's filthy. Okay, so I'm going to take the color Culture right here. Ooh, there is a little kickback, but that really doesn't bother me. And I'm going to pop her in the crease. Ooh, this is a pigmented color. My Momoja's doing so good, you guys. A lot of you guys were asking me how he's doing, because I know when I first got him, I was asking you guys about the separation anxiety thing, and honestly, he has been doing so much better. I'm so like happy, and like, you know, he just chills and stuff, so he's really good. Like he's been such a good boy. And a lot of you guys were asking me like, how does he help with my anxiety and stuff, because you guys know I've been very, very candid and open about my anxiety and my struggles that I've been going through with it, and he helps so much. Like animals are such a blessing. Like we do not deserve them, okay? It's like that saying, like who rescued who, you know? I guess let's talk about the elephant. Okay, so I'm going to take the color Revenge, and this is more of like an orangey based color, and I'm going to focus it just like slowly on my outer V. Only a little bit on the actual lid, like I'm not going to do too much there. So everybody's been kind of like asking what's been going on with me and like my life, and I mean, I share so much of my life with you guys, and you know, sometimes that's very hard because like if I wasn't like a public figure per se, and I hate saying that, like I hate calling myself that, but like if I wasn't someone in the spotlight, nobody would genuinely care. If I was in a new relationship, if I broke up with someone, if I had a whatever. So just bear with me while I talk about this and talk about things that are comfortable, because a lot of you guys are like, what's the real tea? What's the real dirt? And I genuinely don't want to say, because like I don't like to talk bad about people, and I don't know, it's just difficult. So just bear with me. And I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to try my best to answer things and talk to you guys about things and talk about things in general. So yeah, it's going to be a little hard for me. So I'm just working this on the outer V. Do you see the vibe I'm going for though, y'all? And this may not be perfect right now, but we're going to perfect her. I really like this palette so far. It's very pretty easy to work with. ColourPop has some bomb formulas. And then I'm just doing the same thing over here. So I'm switching to a smaller brush, my Morphe M514. You guys know I have a discount code with Morphe. It's Nicol in all caps at the checkout. That gets you 10% off, and it also gives me a slight commission. So thank you in advance for using it, and it's a win-win for both of us. You know what I'm saying? You get a little discount, I get a little commission. But right now I know this looks a little crazy. I'm just kind of fluffing and fluttering out the edges. I think one thing about like living my life online, and listen, I'm so blessed and feel so lucky that this is my life. I still can't believe that this is my life, and I'm so grateful. But also you have to remember that like I pick and choose what I want to show on the internet. Like, it's not like if I get into an argument with someone, I don't go on Snapchat or Insta Story and I'm like, guys, I'm fighting with so-and-so. I'm fighting with what's his name. I'm fighting with whoever. I'm fighting with whatever. I don't do that. That's not me. Like, I show you guys the good stuff. And I think it's very, very, very important to remember that. And I think people forget that sometimes because I am so open and candid with y'all that it is an easy kind of blur between the lines, but just always remember that. Oh, and then I'm just using this brush that has no additional product on it to kind of fluff and flutter out the edges. So a lot of you guys want to know what's the deal with the new boo in my life. His name is Riley. I feel like a lot of you guys like snooped it out and like scoped it out and already know that, but for those of you that don't know, yes, there's a new boo in my life and he's amazing. He's so great. I can't say enough good things about him. It's a very like mutual connection, and he has his dog Junie that like you guys always see Mo with, and a lot of you guys were like, who's this dog? Like trying to put the pieces together. And yeah, he's got a dog named Junie, and Mo and Junie get along so well. And yeah, it's just like, it's good. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Now, on the outside looking in, I know that things can seem and look as if like, you know, it was fast, or it's like suspiciously fast, or like stuff like that. And I just need to and want to assure you guys that I was very faithful in my past relationship. I didn't do anything. I just want to tell you guys that like I am a very faithful and dedicated person, and I truly believe in karma. And I want to personally clear up my name, because a lot of people were like, oh, this is really fast, and like I did meet Riley, like he was my ski instructor and stuff like that, and you know, things just developed as like a really good friendship, and it just like developed from there on. And you can't plan that in life, you know what I mean? Like I can't plan who I'm going to like and want to be with. And, you know, I just think it's very important for you guys to know that regardless of what anyone says about me, I'm a very faithful and loyal person. There was no cheating involved. And I know from the outside looking in, it can look a little sketchy. So I don't blame people for questioning me. But I do need to say that, like, I truly believe in karma and would never do that to someone, let alone do that to myself, because I would feel like such a piece of shit. So, yeah, that's really all you guys need to know about that situation. I also think it's very important for me to add that, like, when I ended the previous relationship I was in, I didn't automatically go on my phone and like tell you guys, because that ended like beginning of February, okay? Like, and even before that, the relationship just wasn't there. There was just no love. There was no happy. Like, I was very unhappy for a very long time. And I'm very good at like pretending like I'm fine when I'm really not fine. So yeah, of course you guys aren't going to like notice that or pick up on that. Maybe some of you guys did and will continue in my future endeavors. But I think it's very important for you guys to know that the relationship was over way before I announced it. And even before that, there was a lot of unhappiness there on both ends. Like, even though that I was the one that initiated the whole thing, like, and did the whole thing, like, there was a lot of unhappy on both ends. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and like bash him and say anything bad about him, because like I said, I truly do believe in karma, and I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to sit here and say something bad. But I also don't want to be made out to be the bad guy here, because if you guys knew, I am not the bad guy, okay? Just know that I needed to protect my mental stability, my mental state, everything, and I took steps to do so in ending that relationship. I hope that that makes sense, and I hope that it's not too over your head. I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. This is so hard to talk about. And I know that this certain individual made a statement on their end. It was a very respectful statement, I will say that, but also be aware. Just be aware of manipulation. And that's all I'm going to say. Okay, let's move on to a different color. My God, I'm like gabbing. So let's use the shade Played Out. Of course, I have a little freaking eyelash stuck to the palette in my life story. And I'm just going to further this in the outside of my crease. And again, using that Morphe M514. I'm so impressed with the way these colors are blending. I'm like obsessed. And you know, when I did make my announcement as to like, you know, hey guys, there's a new person in my life. And you know what? I shouldn't have to hide it. Like, you know what I mean? If I want to post a picture, I should be able to post a picture. And I know like 1,000, a million, a bajillion of you are like so supportive, but this is just, you know, just a little life update. And when I did make this like announcement and my little post on Instagram, I did receive like a very, 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 very hurtful message from Nick, and I am very sorry that he is feeling a type of way, feeling a certain way, and being low-key bitter when I have given him so much and have always been so honest with him. I will not post or say what he has sent me because I do believe in respect and karma again. I know I have been honest, and I just needed to further protect myself from any type of like verbal abuse or anything, you know? And I also think that this is like really important for you guys to realize that it wasn't an easy decision, like what I did and had to do. And like, I want you guys to know that like Riley came into my life after that relationship. And I broke away from that relationship for completely unrelated reasons to Riley. So I needed to clear my name. I wanted to say that, okay? So everyone needs to just chill on that. And stop accusing me. I feel like the woman is always the bad guy. Like, the woman never wins in this situation. Like, if this was a guy with another girl type of vibe, no one would give a shit. But because I'm a woman, it's a big fucking deal. But, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna say anything. But yeah, that was kind of just my little vibe I wanted to get through to you guys and talk about, and I'm just so excited. So like, Riley is a ski instructor in Mammoth. He taught me a lot about skiing. He's like so talented at skiing. Like, it's insane how good he is. And his dog is so cute, and Mo and his dog get along so well. And Mo loves Riley. I know a lot of you guys were like, does Mo like Riley? Does Mo like Riley? Yeah, he loves Riley. He loves him. So I hope that is kind of self-explanatory to you guys, and I hope that kind of answers a lot of your questions. And like, if you guys have more questions, I don't mind talking about it. Like, I'm an open book with you guys. Like, I genuinely don't mind talking about it. You guys aren't disrespectful. You're very respectful of me, in fact, so I really appreciate that. And also, like, the main thing that you guys need to know is just like that I'm so happy. Like, I just feel like myself again, and I think that that's like the most important thing, is just like I can just be myself. Like, it's like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulder. Like, Riley likes me for me, and that's like so sweet and so rare to find. I don't know. A lot of you guys are like, where's he from? What does he do? Like, so he's from Washington. I always say Seattle. Like, I guess he's from like that area. And no, a lot of you guys were like, are you gonna move back to New York now to be closer to your family? No, LA is for me, honestly. Like, I love LA so much, and like, I just love being out here and like being with people that like I've made friendships with, and like all of the makeup brands are based out here and stuff too. So I genuinely don't like really see myself ever moving back to New York. Ideally, I would love to have like a little vacation home or spot in New York one day. For now, a bitch is staying put. Damn, I'm living for this eyeshadow. Shayla, you did such a good job, girl. Do you guys have one eye that blends out a little bit better? Like, I feel like my left eye blends out way better than my right eye. I feel like I spend so much more time on my right eye, and I'm like, come on, you bitch. Blend. So for now, let's move on. Let's look at some other questions you guys had, or some other things that you wanted to know. A lot of you guys wanted to know like tips for like moving on in a breakup. And like, for me, like, I've always said this, which is kind of like a super duper corny thing to like say, but I personally feel like we all have our form of like superpowers. Like, hear me out. I'm not nuts, I promise. But I feel like every person has their own superpower. And for me, my like thing has always been able to like get over situations in general, not just like breakups, but over situations in general when like things could be as shitty as possible. I've always been okay. Like, I've spent like maybe one day crying or like one day upset, and then I'm like, oh, I'm better. And I think that that's how I know I made a right decision. And I personally feel like that is just like my superpower that I have. It's just like, I've always been able to get over situations very easily. I've always been able to like see the bigger picture and move on and stuff like that. And I realize that I'm very blessed that I have that mentality and am able to do so. But I will tell you guys this, like, as far as like how to get over a breakup or whatever, I think what's always kept me going when like things have been rough is just like everything happens for a reason. And as corny as that sounds, like, it's so true, and I think that you just have to like tell yourself that, and eventually you be better, you know? So I'm taking that shade Culture, and this is my Morphe E14. This is my favorite brush to pack on matte shadows on the lid because it's dense, so it allows you to pick up that pigment and really place it in there. Bitch. And then I'm gonna pick back up the shade Played Out, and I am just going to kind of further blend her onto the lid just a little bit, like not insane amount, just to like make it a little bit more blendy. Damn, my left eye blends out way better than my right. What is this shit? Mom! Do you guys just ever scream your mom's name when shit doesn't go right? Because I do that all day. Don't you just wish you could Photoshop like, like, that would be so nice and easy. So with this, it's kind of like all the drama is on the outer corner of the eye. I'm also gonna like continue to blend her. You know what also too, I just thought of? You have to be careful of the people who play the victim or seem overly nice. I'm gonna use the Tardis clay paint liner since we are playing around with like all matte shade. I want to make sure I use an eyeliner that's like going to be completely matte, and this is that guy. And the brush that comes with it is amazing, but thank God, I thought I couldn't find it. I was about to scream. So the way I like to do my eyeliner is kind of like out the corner. I'll draw a line first. And then I just kind of connect her in like so, and then just kind of fill in the blanks, if that makes sense. Bish, that liner though, okay. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other eye and pray to the gods that it's even. Also, y'all, I just wanna thank you again for like, I know I say this all the time, but like, thank you for letting me like take some little breaks, get my life together, and just like, whoosah, you know? Like, I really appreciate that a lot. Okay, y'all, so for mascara, I'm gonna be using the new Cush mascara from Milk Makeup. Dude, this is my favorite mascara I've ever used. Like, I'm not joking. I know that that is a very bold statement to say, but it's 110% true. Like, this mascara is so lightweight, but so, like, volumizing. It's insane. And I love the fact that it has CBD oil in it because I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Like, CBD oil has helped my anxiety so much. And I think it's so cool that, like, brands are incorporating it into makeup products now. Like, I think that that is so cool, and I really, really genuinely like that idea. Of course, it is hard to see when I have a thick-ass eyeliner on. And you know, the wand is pretty large, and I was a little bit nervous about that at first, but I actually don't mind it. Like, I really don't mind it. So let me grab some lashes. Okay, so I popped on some Natalia lashes from House of Lashes. I actually just got sent these. I like them. They have a kind of flair to them. They're not too over the top, like too dramatic. I mean, I don't know. These are probably dramatic for a lot of people, but for me, they're not. So let's do our face. I'm going to take my OG, my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I'm going to pop this bish on like so. And just rub it all over. This primer is insane, guys. I love it so much, and it's been like a holy grail of mine for the longest time. The foundation I've been using lately and have been loving is from Dior. It's their Forever Undercover. I am in the shade 25. Love this foundation. I usually apply some to the back of my hand. Oh my god, I'm almost out. No. And then just kind of apply it to my face. I do like to rub it in by my nose. That's like the only spot where I do rub it in because I feel like it's hard to get in that crevice there of your nose. So I like to rub it in. And then I just dot it on the rest of my face. So now I'm just going to pick up my Smashbox collab, my Serene Greens again, and I'm just going to spray my Beauty Blender with this. And then I'm just going to start blending everything together. I feel like a lot is going on in my life, and you know what? I'm just really grateful for like all the love and support I get from you guys, and I just can't say that enough. A lot of other people wanted to know like some other things, so let me look at my Twitter. Again, a lot of you guys always ask me like how I deal with anxiety, and it's a constant battle. Like every day is, you know, a new day and stuff, and there are definitely days that are better and worse than others, and I think that that's important to remember. Everyone's like, who's the new man? We all want to know. How have you dealt with anxiety and all of the changes you faced in the past couple of months? So I think that that's actually a really good I think that's a really good question because, like, going through a lot of changes and everything, I feel like can for sure trigger anxieties. And I have to be honest with you guys, having my family around when I was going through a lot of these changes and my friends and, like, you know, meeting Riley and just having like amazing people to talk to helped me out so much. Like, if it wasn't for my family, I don't know, like, my family helped me out so much during all of this, and I'm so grateful for them and like them being there for me. And I do realize that some of you guys may not have a good relationship with your family, or like you may feel alone, but like trust me, you're not alone. Like, anxiety is such a normal thing nowadays to like go through, and I want to be that person that can tell you guys like, hey, it's normal. Like, I go through it, everybody goes through it. There are days where like I literally don't even want to get out of bed, and it's just, I think that is just very normal, and not enough people talk about it, honestly. But I truly do feel like I got through a lot of things with the help of my family and friends, like, genuinely. I always get foundation on my earrings, and it like dulls the shit out of them. If you could let your followers know the truth about one thing about you that is popularly misconceived, what would it be? Ooh, that is a good freaking question. Oh my God. I mean, I didn't really want to like address this because I feel like I don't want to add more fuel to the fire by like talking about it or whatever. But I do feel like I do want to like clear my name up a little bit. So before I get into that, I'm going to put on some concealer. This is the Kylie concealer in Pinenut. I genuinely really love this concealer a lot. I haven't used any other concealer since this one has come out. Like, that's how much I really enjoy this one. And speaking of Kylie Cosmetics, as we're on the topic of situations, I would love to clear up the whole thing about like me kissing the Kardashians' ass and like lying to my subscribers and bop. And like, I understand that drama channels need content just like I need content, but I do feel like they are phasing out, and I feel like I'm just kind of like the flavor of the week type of vibe. And you know what? It couldn't have been worse timing with everything going on with my life. Like, I was going through a breakup. I was trying to move furniture around. I don't have family here in California. I was kind of like just aggravated about the time too. I was kind of like, couldn't you guys wait like another week or so, or give me a heads up? But you know what? That's just not the way the world works, and everything was going on at once. And you know what? If people want to believe a certain thing that someone says about me, that I'm a liar, that I only care about PR, then go ahead and believe it. I'm not going to sit here and try to change y'all's minds, but at the same time, I have been kicked off countless PR lists for being honest, for being open, for saying I don't like a product. And if you go back and look on my YouTube channel, if you take, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds of your time to go and look and see that I have done plenty of things where like I talk about products I don't like, I smashed products I didn't like, I did whole tutorials on makeup products I'm throwing out, I've done tutorials on like products I don't like in general. And you know what? My approach to things may come off as more friendly. Like, I don't have to be a dick or a bitch or mean to say something about a product. Like, just because someone's mean or rude or bitchy doesn't mean that they're being accurate either. Like, I just have a softer approach. This is me. This is how I am. Manny has even said before, like, you cannot win when reviewing the Kardashian Jenner products. So genuinely, I don't think I'm going to be reviewing them anymore. Like, I may just do tutorials from now on because like it is not freaking worth it. The amount of like mean and nasty comments I get. Like, I'm being truthful to myself, and like, honestly, Kylie's products recently have been like pretty bomb. I've even said in the past, like, I didn't like her purple palette, or like, you know, stuff like that. I've said things in the past that I don't like. And I've said things about Kim's products, like I didn't like her brush, or the concealers didn't have it, or her concealer and contours didn't have enough product in it. I've said that, but people don't want to remember that. Don't always believe what is said. Like, don't always believe what people are feeding you. I have a different way of reviewing things, and if you don't like that, then don't watch me. And that's like the biggest thing that I wanted to clear up. And like, If I don't like a product, I will always say it. My YouTube channel is my everything. You guys are my everything. I would never lie to y'all. And at the end of the day, you guys should be able to make your own decisions on whether or not you want to buy a product. I'm not going to sit here and shove and cram something down your throat and tell you, buy this product, because I've never been like that. Hope that freaking clears some drama up. And hope I don't come off as bitter either. It's just like, so much has been going on in my life all at once. And like the whole PR thing, how people think I love everything, that is so minuscule on my list of like greater things that are important, because you know, I've been going through a lot. Like, I genuinely have. So a lot of changes, a lot of new things going on in my life. So yeah, hope that answers some of your questions. A lot of people want to know, do I have any other collabs coming up? And honestly, right now, like, I have a lot of things going on, like, makeup-wise, and I'm so excited. So right now I don't have any collabs in the works, but that could totally change. I would totally love to collaborate more with other brands. And right now I'm just like literally loving my Smashbox collab. I'm so grateful that I had that opportunity, and it's all because of you guys as well. So I'm very grateful for that. So now I'm going to take some Laura Mercier setting powder and my E48 brush from Morphe, and I'm just going to pat this under my eyes. I do like what I like to call modified baking. So I push it into the skin, let it sit there for a little bit, but like you can see there's really not a lot of like excess powder just like chilling on my face. So I kind of just push it into my skin and drag it around. I also like to add powder in places where I'm going to add more powder, because right now my skin is pretty wet. I have my foundation and my concealers on, so I just kind of set everything. I do, however, bake my smile lines because I'm so animated. And then after it's been like, I would say 2 minutes tops, I just kind of take my large fluffy brush. This is an E3, I believe. Yeah, Morphe E3. And I just kind of dust whatever else is left into the skin, kind of do circular motions, take you up to your forehead. I'm getting all schnazzied up for tacos. Okay, so let's work with the lower lash line now. Okay, let's add our pop of color. I don't know, screw it. Let's have a fun time here. So first I am going to take, wherever she is, I have brushes all over the place. I'm going to take my Morphe E18 brush, and I'm just going to rub a little bit of that Couture color underneath the lower lash line, just to have like a little base kind of going on. And then I'm going to move to an even smaller detailed brush. This is my Morphe M515. This brush is amazing for the lower lash line specifically. I am going to spray some of my primer water onto the brush. That way there's not any fallout or anything like that. It also will intensify the pigment. So I am taking the color Sassy right here, and let's get sassy with it. And I'm just gonna run that along the lower lash line. So I'm gonna take this Heavy Metal from Urban Decay. This is in the shade Spandex. And I'm just gonna rub this on the lower lash line. Add a little glitz in there. Same thing on this lower lash line. And then I'm going to add some of the Cush mascara to the lower lashes, so you guys could see like a little bit of how freaking bomb this mascara is. So to contour, I'm going to use the Tardis Pro. There's nothing new about this, y'all. I always use the shade Sculpt, and I'm using an angled Kylie Cosmetics brush, and I'm just going to sculpt her out. Also, I know I look like really harsh, but this is how I like to do my nose contour. I go kind of harsh, and then I take my E3 blending brush and I kind of just blend it out. I find that this is like my best method to do it for my nose contour. Oh, you guys, I'm also doing a meet and greet soon with Smashbox, and I have one coming up May 5th in Chicago. I will do more details upon that. Actually, I could tell you right now, I have them in my calendar. So May 5th is from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Macy's Water Tower Place in Chicago, Illinois, 835 North Michigan Ave. And I am doing another one Saturday, May 19th in Clearwater from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Ulta in Clearwater, which is 2683 Gulf 2 Bay Boulevard. Hope to see some of you guys there. That would be like amazing. For cream highlight, I have literally been using this cream highlighter forever. Look at how filthy it is. This is Lit from Milk Makeup, and I apply it with my Morphe E8 brush, and I kind of just get it set down for my highlighter. I find that this is like what really makes my highlighter pop. And the highlighter that I've been using a lot is the Anastasia and Amrezy collaboration highlighter. I just love the way this looks on my skin. I feel like it's so pretty. Like, bam. Get the tip. Just the tip. Okay, so I used some lip liner from MAC. This is called Chicory. And I am going to take French Kiss from Court X Kylie collab. And I'm going to go right over this. And it should make like a perfect nude combo here. All right, guys. And I'm going to finish off this look with my Primal Water again. Serene Greens. This is like perfect for a setting spray, a refresher, a primer. Just let it go in. And this right here is the finished look, y'all. I'm gonna go grab Mo so you guys could see him because I feel like I haven't showed him on my channel in a minute. So let me go grab him. All right, guys, here's my little Momoch. Oh, my love of my life. Guys, I just feel so blessed to have him in my life. Such a little ham. He always looks a little grumpy. But he's not grumpy. He's so friendly and just so sweet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this life update. And yeah, and if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe down below. Tell them, little Momoji. Tell them to subscribe. Yeah, tell them. Tell them to subscribe. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time. Bye. Say bye, Momoji. He couldn't give two shits. Okay. Bye, guys.